I can't believe this happened. I ruined my life. When you break it down, I decided that I didn't want to be a woman before I had ever even experienced being a woman. I had no idea what being a woman was like because I was a child. And now I feel like I will never entirely know. I want to say that I really feel like some people in the trans community and the trans medicalists and the doctors really, really target the most vulnerable of us. I have borderline personality disorder, and I know for a fact that this is the reason for my transition. It's a very difficult mental illness, and one of the core features is not having any sense of self or identity. And my doctors knew this. I told them, even though they didn't ask, that I had been diagnosed with BPD, and it was all fine to them. I wasn't happy as a girl, so that meant I was a boy, and I was trans, and so I just took the cure that was handed to me. I was told that I was being given a cure, and I wouldn't want to kill myself anymore. And it wasn't true. I didn't want to cry in this video, but this is such a hard thing to talk about. I lost a lot of things to this, and I just hope that anyone else who's going through what I went through as a young girl will not be prescribed hormones and surgery because of other things. You know, there are so many mental health disorders that make you hate your body, and the solution isn't to change your body, it's to fix your brain, you know? I just don't want anyone else to ever feel this way. I lost my voice. I lost my chest. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have kids. I feel like no one wants to date me or love me because I'm ruined.
It's child abuse, pure and simple. And it's up to us to stop it. There's no one else that's going to stop it. It's up to us. So if we have to get a little bit uncomfortable to start these conversations, we need to start them because all the evidence is on our side. The really the only argument that the left ever has, and I say the left, it's really predominantly the left pushing this everywhere, but the activists, let's say, their only argument, they'll say that kids are going to kill themselves if you don't transition them. Because the only way you can justify this sort of abuse is to say that kids will die if you don't do it. But there's no evidence for that either. Both of these testimonies, they said they were suicidal after. The only study that's been done was out of Finland, where they looked at 24 years worth of data at their gender clinic from 1996 to 2019. 2,000 kids, more than 2,000 kids went through the gender clinic. They didn't all get medicalized. And they compared them to a sample group of 17,000 kids. Over the 24 years, there were 7 suicides. It worked out to an annualized rate of 0.052. And of course, every suicide is a tragedy. There were 17 suicides in the sample group. So the rate of suicide was slightly higher. But this is no epidemic of suicides. And the common denominator wasn't gender, it was other psychiatric comorbidities. And the only way they could really reliably determine who was at risk of suicide was more than 100 psychiatric visits. So we just can't let them use these arguments to try to silence us because there's no truth to any of it. The truth is that our children are precious and beautiful just as they are, and we're harming them. First of all, with this ideology, it's psychologically harming them, and the physical harm being done to them is inexcusable. So thank you so much for coming today. Appreciate it.